Hey y'all, we're Brandon and Megan Giggling, and we give real talk and real solutions to help you get from where you are to where you want to be.
Whether you are on step one or years into your own personal growth journey, we've got the tools you need to level up.
So if you want to stop making excuses, start taking action, and grow into the person you are meant to be, then pop in your headphones and let's do this.
You ready?
This is the Fools in Love podcast. Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of the Fools in Love podcast. This is Brandon. I'm going to come at you solo today, and man, it is the most wonderful time of the year, isn't it? It's what you hear, right? We've been going through some of these holiday episodes, and we're a little bit into December now, and we always hear it's the most wonderful time of the year. Some of you might even be hearing that Christmas song in your head, but I have a question for you. Are you really feeling that way at this point in the month? We've talked in the last couple weeks about holiday survival and how to stay connected as a couple during this time. So if you haven't checked out those episodes, make sure to head back and check those out. There's a lot of good stuff there. Is the pressure of the day starting to set in? I know for me, I always build up this time throughout the whole year. And honestly, I expect it to deliver on all of my dreams of holiday cheer. The kids will love their presents. Everyone will be happy and joyful. And our family events will be laid back and completely stress-free. But have you looked around lately? Is that your reality? Because that certainly isn't mine. I mean, sure, seeing my kids open the presents is fun, and time with the family is nice, don't get me wrong. And, of course, a few extra days off is always great. And let us not forget about the peppermint mochas. Oh, the peppermint mochas. But I've discovered over time that if you put so much pressure on this time of year to deliver so much, then you're most likely going to feel disappointed. And you'll probably feel a bit underwhelmed at the end of the season. And if I'm being really honest, once Christmas is over, I often think, what do I even have to look forward to at this point? However, much like anything else, Christmas is what you make of it. You control how you show up. You control the energy you bring. You control your schedule. You control your spending, and you control the attitude you have before and after the holiday season is over. So I have a simple question for you. What if we stop looking at the season for what it can give us, and instead what we can give to it? Now, we've all heard it before. It's better to give than to receive, and I don't want to sound cliche today, but as I've grown older, I've found that ringing truer and truer in my own life. So what would it look like to show up this way for the Christmas season in the next couple weeks? And how can we go about looking at it differently? As I've reflected, I've put some thoughts down for things I've noticed make a difference during this time. And many of them make a larger impact than you're probably aware of to the people around you. The first thing is to spread joy. Yes, this is the season of cheer. It's the season of happiness. But with all the hustle and bustle, we quickly forget that, don't we? We lack joy because the world lacks joy. But what if today we decided to turn that on its head? What if we decided to show some holiday cheer regardless of what we're getting back? The truth is, the happier you show up, the happier the environment will be around you. So try being kind and let kindness flow through you in everything you do throughout this holiday season and see the impact that it makes. The second thing I have here is to understand that not everyone is coming from the same place. If you notice someone's having trouble, or if you notice someone's hurting, ask yourself, how can you help? Not what's wrong with them. Now, here's a warning. It's all on how you deliver it too. If you show up with compassion and grace, they might be receptive and tell you what's going on. But if you show up with judgment, shame, or negativity, it may not be received very well. And honestly, if you do everything right, maybe it won't be received well. But that's not really something you have any control over, is it? The point is, everyone is dealing with something. Everybody has a story. Everybody especially has a story around the holidays. Things can be joyful, things can be tough. But understand that everyone doesn't have the same circumstances as you. Maybe they don't have the same blessings as you. Maybe they don't have the same gifts as you. What I'm asking you to do here is to step outside yourself and put yourself in someone else's shoes. And the last thing on this one is don't wait for someone to ask you for what they need. This can be a small gesture, a cup of coffee, a text, a phone call, a DM to let someone know you appreciate what they do. Can I be real? I absolutely love when people do this for us. With Instagram and the podcast, it can be a lonely world without much one-on-one interaction. So to let people know that you're grateful for them and admire them and appreciate what they do, it makes a huge impact. And I promise you, no one's going to get mad or angry over a positive compliment. The next thing is just to practice gratitude. For me, this time of year, more than any other time, and yeah, including Thanksgiving, is really reflecting and feeling really grateful for all the things that I have. I have an amazing family, an amazing partner who I adore, kids who drive me crazy, but I wouldn't have it any other way, people I work with that I respect, health that allows me to do whatever I need to do and carry my body on runs that I love to have, a roof over my head, clothes on my back, food on the table, confidence to share this message today with y'all. The list goes on and on. So big or small, remember what you have in your life that you're thankful for. I heard this once and it stuck with me. What if you woke up tomorrow only with what you were thankful for today? And that hits me hard because a lot of times I forget. And I think about what would I actually have? The internal battle for me, and I'm sure for you, is we always want to focus on what we don't have. Social media makes it really hard as everyone posts the best versions of themselves. But can I ask, what do you have today that you prayed for 10 years ago? How does your life look better today than it did 5 years ago? It's so easy to focus on the wanting, but it's just as easy to focus on what you already have. And sure, it takes a shift in perspective. So what would it look like to have a perspective of a grateful heart this season? The simplest way I do this in my own life is to speak out every morning just a few things that I'm thankful for. You could write them down in a journal, you could post them on your mirror on a post-it note, or simply just be on the lookout for things throughout the day. But you'll quickly become aware of more things that you're thankful for, probably a lot of things that you take for granted, and you just feel more grateful in your heart. I promise. Try this. Lastly is just to serve and share what you have. I said earlier, everyone's coming from a different place and we all have different needs. But are you aware of those needs? Are you aware of the world around you? Are you aware of the people around you? Or are you just asking how they're doing with a simple, doing great, and not much more? Most of us, if we're being honest, we live with blinders on. We think about ourselves, the busyness we have, the time we have. And don't get me wrong, taking care of yourself is important, but we also have to be aware of what's going on around us to make this world just a better place to live. So today I say share what you have, because if all you have is a voice, it can be enough. If all you have is a compliment, it can be enough. If all you have is a grateful heart to say thank you to someone serving you, it's enough. It doesn't need to be huge. I know I focus a lot on the fact that it needs to be a massive, huge, crazy thing, but it can be small. Practically, it could be taking someone to a meal, or much bigger, like adopting a family for this Christmas. You could send a plate of leftovers to someone, or invite someone over who doesn't have anywhere else to go. You could bake cookies for a neighbor and leave them on their porch, or simply enough, you could just tell someone how important they are to you. The list is endless. When I was looking up service, I found this quote from Gandhi, and I wanted to share it with y'all. And he says, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Y'all, between spreading joy, trying to understand a little better that we're not all coming from the same place or have the same means or same gifts, if we're trying to practice more gratitude and finding more things that we're thankful for, and if we're willing to serve others and share what we have, we're going to feel a little bit more of that holiday cheer during this season. Y'all, don't let this holiday stress you out. Don't allow this time to rob you of joy, because it will if you let it. I hope for you and your family and your friends, you come into the next few weeks with a childlike wonder, with a servant's heart, and with compassion for the people around you. And let yourself go. Let yourself have some fun. Rock out to that Christmas music. Indulge in some extra treats. Relax under a warm blanket. Have fun with your families. Help someone in need without them asking. Reach out to someone you appreciate and let them know how you feel. And most importantly, know that you're loved, valuable, appreciated, and worthy of making this holiday season the best yet. Y'all, we're always here for you. We appreciate you so much for showing up and taking this journey with us. And we don't say it enough, but we're grateful for anyone that's listening to this right now. And we want to help serve others in this season. So right now, if you need a helping hand, if you know of someone who does, please just shoot us a DM over on Instagram at The Fools in Love, or you can email us hello@thefoolsinlove.com. And honestly, we look forward to hearing from you. Our hope is that we can bless some other people throughout this holiday season. So please let us know how we can serve you. Also, real quick, I just want to remind you, if you haven't yet, to go check out growthjumpstart.com. In January, we're doing a Crush Your Goals boot camp. We're going to set up a framework for you and accountability so that you can crush your goals every single time. I can't think of a better time of the year to do it than in January, when we're all trying to get serious and really start the year on the right foot. Maybe you've stumbled in years past. Maybe you're worried about what's coming up. Maybe you have a lot of things on your plate and don't know where to even start. We want to come alongside you on this journey and help you during this 3-day boot camp. So again, make sure to check out growthjumpstart.com, and we look forward to seeing y'all in there. We love y'all. Thank y'all so much for listening.
Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode.
And if you want to be our BFFs, leave us a review. It helps more people find the show and allows us to share our message with the world.
We love y'all.